Stay where I can see. Don't think I can wait. I wanna see you again. Keep those eyes on me. And if I like you, you'll never know it. Keep on walking around too fast, head down, gonna get in my way. It's alright, I can't say I don't like it. Sunlight after rain, switching up my day. Thought I'd seen it all before, but you keep me wanting more. Just my type, you're my only favorite. Can't you taste it? Might keep you in my pocket. You're an instant like. Think I'll put you on my list. Forget it, gotta keep you guessing. Yeah, I know that you're the only one for me, 'cause you're so good at keeping me company. And you let me take the lead, best out of three. But I'm not keeping score. Hand in hand through the storm, we can ride the wave. Thunderstruck by my beauty, please behave. Cross my heart, I'm taking this to the grave. Keep in mind, I never play favorites. So, coming home with me. Stay where I can see. Don't think I can wait. I wanna see you again. Keep those eyes on me. And if I like you, you'll never know it. No, 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 you'll never know it. No, 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 you'll never, you'll never. No, 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 you'll never know it. Know it, no, 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 you'll never, you'll never. You could be the only one for me, 'cause you're so good at keeping me company. Thought I'd seen it all before, but you keep me wanting more. Hand in hand through the storm, we can ride the wave. Thunderstruck by my beauty, please behave. Forget it, I gotta keep you guessing. Stay where I can see. Don't think I can wait. I wanna see you again. Keep those eyes on me. And if I like you, you'll never know. Stay where I can see. Don't think I can wait. I wanna see you again. Keep those eyes on me. And if I like you, you'll never know it.
You're not allowed to judge me. I was rushing. Wait, why can I hear myself? Oh god. Okay, wait. Okay, that's why. It was terrifying. Kaminari. Of course it's story time. I wish... Can you see when you bookmark something? Wait. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, do I have to... I might have to make a Wattpad account to be able to read this. Wait, this didn't happen last time I was on this website. What's happening? Dang it. God. Okay, wait. What's my email? My username. And my birthday. Okay. Password, yeah. Okay. Yes. Let's go. Man, this didn't happen last time. But then again, the last time I opened this was when I bookmarked this. But I don't know when I bookmarked it. I bookmarked the page. Okay, there we go. We have now... What? What are my 3 favorite genres to read? What the... What is new adult? Oh my god, I have to choose at least one. Romance. Let's go. What do you? I'm literally. I'm logged in. I'm so mad. It won't let me freaking log in. Log in with email. Yes. Yes. Go. And the Judy. Please be librarian Clara. Please be librarian Clara. You know, I read this, and that's what caused me to prepare this, and that's why I was a little flustered getting ready. Because I also decided I had to make the maid thing today. I just realized that the chat is a little dark too from yesterday. Oh, there you go. Okay. Oh my god, stop it. I'm not interested in writing. I got the Mr. Mortified. You know when I sent you all those super chats asking for a bedtime story? This was not what I had in mind. The monkey paw really curled this time. I don't know what you're talking about. This is gonna be great. I did not read these first. Someone was talking about them in a short I saw, and I was like, yes. And then I looked it up. It took a while for me to find where it was, because they didn't link it. They didn't say where it was. They didn't say it was on Wattpad. They didn't say it was on AO3. They didn't say where it was. It was on Wattpad. Anti-genius term. Zuckerberg looks on jealously from the sideline. You know, maybe he shows up. I don't remember. They gave like a very brief summary, but I don't remember it. This is like a month ago, I think, when I bookmarked this. I got the Betty Bummer. On break, feeding body and soul. Can't wait to lurk later and randomly laugh maniacally at work. Let's go! There's nothing more fun than laughing maniacally at work. Makes the day go by faster, you know? And so Mr. Mortified. I never thought I'd see librarian Clara again. Here we are, reading this wonderful, yes. First of all, this is called, this is on Wattpad.com. The story is by A-T-T-E-L-L-W-W-B. That is spelled A-A-T-T-I-I-L-L-W-W-O-O-B-B. And the title is My Dearest Elon. I'm very excited, okay? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I got those. 60 I'm a light. Oh. Oh, it stopped showing up in freaking Stream Elements. I hope that's your full name, because that's all I can read of it. Why is Jeff Bezos back hugging Elon? Because he loves him. Stream Elements, please work. Alright. Are we all settled in? Are we all ready to start reading? Is everyone prepared for the wonderful... It's still Valentine's month, which is when I wanted to read this. That's what I saved it for, so... Angela. Oh my god, is Say So Clara also legit having a bad feeling about this fanfic is gonna be peak content. What? A bad feeling and peak? I don't know if that goes together. I'm a little scared. I feel like I remember the person that was giving a summary saying, be warned, the sex scenes are very graphic. And I just remembered that now. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. Or maybe that was the other one. There was another one. Anyway. Alright, here we go. They spell Jeffrey Bezos. They spell his name Jefffery. Is that correct? I know there's two ways. Some people put the R first. Anyway, here we go. Jeffrey stood up to the sound of the ocean washing up and down the sand. He knew today would be the day he saw Elon after not having seen him for over a year. 1 year ago. Oh, okay, we're going back in time. Jeff, Elon said, voice rough after all the yelling. Yes, Elle? Elle? Sorry, Elle? I'm going to space. I got an idea to go to Mars on a secret mission, which nobody will publicly know about until I get there. This is so, if I die, nobody knows. Jeff sighed. I don't want you to go. I want you to stay here with me, on my $300,000 bed sheets, laying here with me. Please don't go, Jeff said, tears pooling in his eyes. I have to, Elon said quickly, wrapping himself in a sheet to avoid being naked while standing. It's been my dream since I was a little boy on the swings. If not now, when? Never. There was a pause. I'm going whether you like it or not, Elon said in a harsh voice. Jeff exhaled loudly. I will go with you then. Absolutely not. Why not? Because I don't want you dead. Okay? It's dangerous, and risking myself is a completely different thing from risking you. Babe, Jeff said in a soft tone. Please. No, that's fine. That's the end of the first part. Yes, he called him Babe. They are in love, can't you see? They're in love. But Elon just has to go to Mars. And no one can know about it, so no one will know if he died or not. I like that detail. Silence it out. Unrealistic. Not even his parents love Elon Musk. Oh shit. I don't know if that's true, actually. じゃがわたさん。9ヶ月ありがとう。あとそろそろ1年や。長い。長いけど短い。なんだろうね。Not screaming about going to Mars is not realistic at all. Exactly, which is why he is. I'm going to Mars, baby. You can't come with me. I can't risk you. Yes, there are other chapters, or parts. This is part 2. It was 3 more hours until Elon was going to be launched into space. Jeff paced hurriedly back and forth. He snuck into NASA to be able to say goodbye. They hadn't talked since their fight. Elon was passing by when Jeff saw and tugged on him. Elon let out a yelp. Shh, said Jeff. It's just me. Elon smacked his shoulder. What the fuck? Listen, I wanted to say goodbye before you left. I don't like how we left things, and I'm so sorry. I'm sorry too. I should have told you sooner. They stay in silence. So, Jeff said, oh no. You want to give it one last hurrah? Elon looked confused for a second before he understood. He nodded. He nodded? Oh, Jesus Christ! I just accidentally read forward. Oh, God! My eyes wandered. Oh, shit! Jeff pulled Elon to a bathroom, and he locked the door. Elon started making out with Jeff and biting his lips. All whilst Jeff unbuckled Elon's belt and pants. Oh no. Jeff let out a low groan when Elon started to kiss his neck. Oh, ew. Is that what a low groan is? Jeff grabbed Elon by his shoulder and flipped him over. Wait, are they on the ground of the bathroom? Are they just... Ew, that's disgusting. He pulled down his underwear and did the same to himself. They were both surprisingly already bricked up. Is that surprisingly? I mean... Okay, educational question here. How long does it take a gentleman to get quote-unquote bricked up? I got those 60 amylite. I am never gonna see those two the same way, am I? Interestingly enough, Jeff is indirectly paying for this super chat. Wait, why? Huh? This isn't friggin' Twitch? Dang, missed opportunity to read this on Twitch. Depends on how big it is! What? Oh, wait, I get it, wait. I guess more blood would be required? What is happening? What are we talking about here? No, Elon, you were supposed to wrestle with Zuckerberg in a UFC match, not Bezos. Too bad. This is what's happening now. And they're also not in a UFC match. They're in a public washroom at NASA. I guess it's not public. They're in a NASA washroom. Supposedly on the floor. I don't know what's happening. Depending on how hot something is, can be immediately. See, that's what I thought. So why is it surprising? Anyway. Sorry, I just read the next sentence. They're old? Are they that old? I had to read the sentence so I could read it aloud. What do you mean? I got just a moment. Oh my god, Elon's gonna fit his big SpaceX rocket in Jeff's heated Amazon warehouse. What the hell? I got the Sarah's kitchen. This DILF BL is not what I asked for, however. Look. Everyone kept saying that I'm into freaking yaoi and BL, even though it's literally not true. And now I have to punish you. This is your punishment. Those signups. 2 a.m. Clara read along to billionaire / fic. Oh wait, where did it go? Is one hell of a bedtime story. Yeah, I'm getting you all ready for bedtime. Oh. I got the squishies. That's our secret. We're always bricked up. What the frick? Why did you? I think you accidentally said this twice. Now you're double bricked up. Lindsay. Making you blush and get nervous is a rare sight. Okay, here we go. Next sentence. I wonder if anyone's reading along. If you are, you already know. Jeff gauged Elon's mouth open with his hand, and he sucked on his fingers. This'll have to work for lube, Jeff thought. Oh, I didn't read that part. No! No! Oh god, this is... Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, okay. Goodbye to the stream, by the way. He inserted 2 fingers into Elon, causing him to let out a moan. Fuck. Jeff said in his ears, I'll miss this. Oh, wait, I thought that was supposed to be the moan. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to read this like an audiobook. stuck one more in, and then he found it. Oh, shit. Elon's prostate. Elon let out a sluttish moan. Jeff couldn't hold it in anymore. He put his in Elon and started pumping for Elon. What? Elon's such a slut. Elon had to hold both of them up. Wait, so they're not on the floor? Maybe they're against the wall or something. Okay, I'm trying. Okay, here we go. Elon had to hold both of them up. They both let out loud moans. This only lasted for a bit before Jeff said, "Ah, fuck me. I think I love you. I love you, Elon. Ah, they're so in love." They both, oh my god. They both released their tension. Yes. Ew, what? Oh my god, this is really graphic. I should as love fluid was smeared on Elon's buttocks, he looked up at Jeff in disbelief. "I like you a lot, but you say this now? Now that I'm about to leave for a new world?" "I'm sorry," Jeff defended. "I just said it. You don't have to say anything back. But if you wanted, you could." Elon looked as though you just said your pronouns. Were they them? God. Where was I? Where is that? "If you're saying that I should stay back just to see if we could possibly work out, you're out of your goddamn mind." "I never said that, but thanks. Clearly we don't share the same feelings," Jeff said, pulling up his pants. "Clearly not," Elon said. Elon started cleaning the love juices off his buttocks. "I didn't come to fight." I didn't come to fight. No. I didn't come to fight. I just wanted to say goodbye. Bye. Bye. Oh my god, they're arguing. Man, the post not clarity. Why are they fighting? Stop. Now they're never gonna live together on Mars. Maybe that's how this ends. I don't think I'm just squishies. I got one brick each for Elon and Jeff, apparently. Let's go! I got the 60. I'm like, I'm not bricked up enough for this. Are you seeing you need to be more? Okay. The silence another. Musk and Bezos have a combined age of 114, are almost old enough to be Clara's target range. only if it's half, that would make them only like what, 57? It's not that old. Elon gasped, feeling the stratosphere of his personal SpaceX being invaded by Jeff's throbbing Blue Origin. Wait, what is Blue Origin? Sadly, Elon's rocket explodes moments after takeoff, just like in real life. That's what happens when pressure builds in excess of vent capacity. Throw up. Clara, please stop vocalizing the moans. I can't! This is an audiobook! Oh, it has to be male moans, Clara. You need to make them more guttural and low. Think the sounds bears or gorillas make in the wild? I feel like... You know what, I'm not gonna say anything. I feel like... I feel like... gifting and receiving a gift might produce different sounds. I have no evidence to prove this, but I feel like that makes rational sense to me. Thank you, Rip Vod. Let's go! All right, what a cursed unholy... And I've had enough. Good day, Clara. What? You mean, huh? Everyone will remember this as the day that innocence died. Well, this might be enough internet for the week. Let's go! I'm scared because I'm pretty sure I remember the person saying scenes and not just scene. So, strap in. Or on, I guess. And the horse. After showing Jeff a whole new world, I see. No, he's not gonna show him a whole new world because he refuses to take him to Mars with him. Man. I have to silence it out. You better be paying my therapy bills after this. I will not! You should pay mine for having to read this. And now I do have to read this because now that I've started, it cannot be stopped. Be on the lookout for Elon's next fanfic titled Long Live the King. What? The circle of life. I don't know why that's what that made me think of. Whenever I hear the word king, I think of the Lion King. Is that normal? No. They are both gonna blast off into space together. And then they're gonna live on Mars together. Let's go. I don't know if I should be rooting for them to live on Mars. Like, do you think Elon should take Jeff with him to Mars? Or do you think he should give up that dream and just stay together on Earth? Because they might die. Synapse. They now have a good idea of their rocket's thrust capacity. Oh, God. Why did he have to be into rockets? Why? Why? God. I got the buddy bubber. Thank you for the gifty. When do you be the one with the strap? Never mind. I would not be anywhere included in this story. Thank you very much. I'd like to take a sideline approach on this one, actually. Thank you. You know. All right. The next part has a trigger warning. It says emotional. The crumples. Oh no. When two men are making raunchy, aggressive love together, I expect them to grunt like a pair of confused bears, completely with the frothy slobber and sweaty ew! That's disgusting, man. Ew. What do confused bears sound like? What do bears sound like? They go, they growl. I don't think I've ever heard like a bear grunt. I don't know if I've ever heard that. Okay, anyway, trigger warning for this next part, emotional. When Elon left him again, Jeff knew he had to change something. Whether it be something of his or Elon, something had to change. I'll just let that simmer for a second. Is this going where I think it's going? Before even thinking, Jeffrey ran down multiple flights of stairs, lungs aching as he cleared each one until he finally made it down to the bottom rocket. Wait, to the bottom of the rocket, sorry. With a pounding head and broken heart, he began to use his mouth muscles to unscrew a crucial part of the rocket? What? What? His mouth muscles! What? He's undoing the literal rocket, okay, guys? This isn't a freaking imagery thing. Sorry, Elon, he whispered with tears running down his face. I won't let you kill yourself. I have to be the one to do it. Wait, he's gonna kill him? Or he's gonna kill himself? Or he's gonna... What's gonna happen? With just minutes to blast off, Jeff took the bolt and ran a respectable distance away from the rocket. A respectable distance. Then the rocket flew up 100 meters into the atmosphere before crashing back down. Jeff could only see a little rectangular body jump off the rocket just in time. But of course, jumping could never save him. Jeff! Jeffrey whipped his head around to see Elon standing opposite of him. His Elon. I couldn't do it, Jeff, baby. I couldn't leave you and your amazing ass behind. What? Wait, so he just killed someone else? Jeff, how could you do it? The cops are gonna come after you now. Oh no, he said as Jeffrey ran into his arms. I love you more than I could ever love myself. Every day, every night, for a year, I dreamt of your porcelain skin under my body and I yearned for your touch. Why is this written kind of well? I love you so much and I'm not scared to admit it. Jeff was left shocked in silence. That's the most emotion, besides horniness, he'd ever seen Elon show. Oh, Elon, he replied. I love you too. I'm sorry I tried to kill you, but it was just so you wouldn't do it yourself. I understand completely. They chuckled together, thinking of all the dead people on the rocket that had just flown up. They should have known better, they said in unison. Come on, baby. Let's get out of here, Elon said, tugging at Jeff's waist. You know, all those people that died just now. Yep, it happens. Claire, this is so bad. Like, actually so bad. Jesus freaking Christ. You know what? Sometimes the writing is not terrible. I will say. Sometimes it's kind of okay. And the corp demon. What the Elon did I just join? Did not expect listening to smart Clara talking about two filthy rich men swapping and exchanging second stage boosters. I don't know enough about rockets to understand all of these... what's the word? Metaphors? Similes? I forget the difference. Wait!
Sorry, I had a bit of a cough. I think I made my sundubu a little spicy today. Alright. A few years later. Elon, did you pack my birth music phone? What's a birth music phone? Yes, sweetie. Has your baby bump really gotten so big you can't see it on top of the bag under your feet? I believe Jeffrey Bezos is pregante. Also, you have to remember, this is a few years later. Apparently. Elon replied cheerily. Oopsies, I guess not. Man, I really have to pee. Now that I know how my workers feel. Now I know how my workers feel. What? What? Has he never had to pee before? Maybe he only has to pee when he's pregante. They both laugh at the pain and misery they bring upon the world. What? See, it's very nice when I don't read it beforehand. And I get to be shocked by every sentence that comes out of my mouth. It's great. I am coughing a lot though. Dang it. Okay, what are we doing? It's alright, baby. I'll get the car loaded while you go pee. Once Jeff finished his business, Elon came up behind him and wrapped his arms around his belly. God, you're so big now. Can't believe our angel, Mark Z. Bezos Musk. What? We'll be popping out soon. It feels just like yesterday when we made passionate love in the bathroom. I know what you mean, Jeff replied. Time flies when you're a billionaire with too much money and time. Yo, wait, why is his name Mark Z. Bezos Musk? Did they name him after Mark Zuckerberg? Is that what's happened? Elon moves his hands down Jeff's belly. Oh, Elon, I don't think it's appropriate to... Shh. Just let me give you a little present before our bundle of joy comes out. Well, if you insist, Jeff chuckled out. Oh, no. No! That can't be safe! That can't be safe for the baby, can it? I don't know. What if they do it on a... Not if they do it on a bathroom floor again. They need to get one of those special beds. You know the ones where, like, they have, like, a... it has, like, a... Wait, I have to cough again. It has, like, a part where if you lie on your stomach, it's, like, indented so that you can lie on it with a prego belly. You're gonna have to have one of those. Goodness, man. Elon massages Jeff through his pregnancy pants. And begins to pull them off. Not the pregnancy pants! Apparently those are really comfy. He flips Jeff over so they're facing each other. God, you're gorgeous. Wait, aren't they still in the bathroom? What do you mean flip him over? Elon whispers. He makes his way down to his knees and pulls down just... Oh no. 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 Not like this. Not like this. Okay. Oh god, oh no. I got an eye full of another line. Okay. Elon whispers. He makes his... down to his knees and pulls... Okay. His eyes form cartoon hearts when Jeffrey's pulsating... His
appendage. Yes, thank you. His pulsating appendage pops out. Phallus. Oh god, okay, I'm getting a character. No! Sorry. Oh my god, my eyes. I keep trying to find where I am and then oh no. Elon opens his mouth and takes just the tip. Ew! Okay. It's just a lollipop. It's just a lollipop. It's just a lollipop. He swirls his tongue around to provide extra sensation. Fuck. Jeff groans. Was that good? Was that a good one? Out, hands clutching the sink. See, they're still in the bathroom! What do you mean? Elon takes Jeff further into... Okay. Into his, It's just a lollipop. Into his mouth. To the point of bleary eyes. What's a bleary eye? Bleary... Red or have tears in them, and you cannot see clearly. Oh. Noted. He makes smooth motions and reaches up to grab Jeff's... baseballs. Jeffrey lets out a low groan as he places his hands on Elon's hair and no. And starts he starts to he starts to take control. Helpless, Elon submits and takes it. Oh, shit. Oh, God! No! No! God, this experience was supposed to be terrible for you guys, not for me. Sorry, this next line, I'm so sorry for this. I'm just gonna rip it like a band-aid. Fuck, I'm so close, baby. Yes, just like that. Jeff releases the stress of his workday into Elon's mouth. Elon pulls off of Jeff with a big smile as he swallows. I'm gonna end it all. Can't believe I almost chose space over this. Elon laughs. Jeffrey smiles, thinking of their childish stupidity. The only thing that matters is that you're here now and... Holy shit, I think the baby's coming! Oh my god, right now? Yes! They smile, rushing out the door, looking forward to start the new chapter of their lives. Wait. You've reached the end of the published parts? That's it? There's no more? But what happens to their baby? He's going into labor! Last updated April 1st, 2024. Wait, was this was uploaded on April Fool's Day. The top comment. You deserve a Pulitzer Prize for this. What the hell? Add this story to your library to be notified of new parts. I don't think they're coming back. Shakespeare could never recreate this. This deserves a Grammy. This comment may be offensive. Okay. These comments are... Today is a horrible freaking day to be able to visualize scenes. I like how people are writing multiple comments. One person wrote, "Brother, what?" And then they commented again. Actually, never mind. Better than the Macbeth we were doing at school. They came back. They came back to change their mind to write some more. What the hell? This is the most amazing story I've ever read. There was so much emotion, thought, and love put behind it. I really am grateful to live in a time when I can read such an amazing literary masterpiece. Whoever wrote this is an absolute genius. I'm sure I cried at some point reading this. It's such a beautiful and heartwarming story. I think that sums up everything, actually, quite perfectly. I think that, you know, that makes sense to me. Yeah. Yeah.
I got the rare secrets.
Elon shadow bans me on X. Meanwhile, he's having freak-offs with Bezos in public restrooms, man. To be fair, it wasn't public. It was a NASA bathroom. I think that's technically a private bathroom. I don't think anybody could just walk in and use the bathroom at NASA. So that's fair.
I got the 60. I'm like,
This is not the daddy we wanted or needed. Did you mean to say daddy or did you mean to say day?
Thank you, six shot savior.
Sometimes the writing isn't bad. Has the same energy as sometimes the shot wasn't fatal. It's true. Sometimes it was okay. You know, it wasn't terrible. I'm gonna take these hard eyes off now.
I got the Judy.
I'd never leave your ass behind either, baby. You couldn't. It's so big it'll follow you everywhere. Damn.
Damn.
Oh, God.
I got the search.
Miss Clara, this text is cursed as hell. Do you have something like that, but with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? You know, there might be. I haven't searched Wattpad enough to know.
I got the Jorge. Hi, hi!
Hello. Welcome. I'm so sorry.
I got the just over.
I know I just woke up, but I'm too sober for this. I agree. Maybe next time I'll drink for whatever stream we do this for.
I've been drinking a little bit here and there.
If you don't know the lore, I stopped drinking because I had panic attacks every time I would freaking drink. That hasn't been happening recently. I'm still not like a huge... I'm not like... I don't know. I'm not the type of person to ever drink alone, first of all.
I don't know.
But it's nice to, like, you know, sometimes you go out and you just, you know.
Yeah. It's a good time. I got the corp demon.
Is that another of your character AIs? No. Didn't you get a restraining order from them? CSP, Clara Space Purgante. Can't laugh any harder. I'm already in lockup. You're in lockup? What did you do? The freak.
And no,
it is not. I did not write this masterpiece.
I got the Timothy.
Sex during pregnancy is generally considered safe for women with a healthy, uncomplicated pregnancy. The amniotic fluid and strong uterine muscles protect the baby, and most sexual activity won't harm it. I feel like this might be different for... Excuse my verbiage, but M. Purgante. Purgante of the male variety, if you will.
Yes. And the Captain Squishies. Ah, still a better love story than Twilight. I mean, here's the thing about Twilight. He was like hundreds of years old, pretending to be a teenager. Yep. I got the Corp Demon. Ah! Fishman with a PH, not Fishman with an F. Gooner Dream complete? What? If my credit company knew I was donating to Yaoi Reads, it's supposed to be terrible. You're a big chat. For you, rips handcuffs off and crashes this read. Wait, what? This read? This red? I think we broke your brain. I think this is what happens when we read Elon Jeff Bezos fanfic. And I'm sorry. Which one was True Blood? Which one was True Blood? Twilight Books order. What the heck is Life and Death? Wait, was that not a... Wait, what is True Blood then? Oh, it's a different book series. Oh, it's a drama. What is this? Slutty vampire show? Oh. You know, I never actually watched these shows. Like, there were a lot of these types of shows at the time. 2008, yeah. Around that time, there were a bunch of, like, these teen drama kind of shows that everyone was watching. I didn't see any of them. I knew I recognized the name, though. I think my friends watched it. True Blood was great for a while, so just, like, all of these shows that end up being really weird. I'm still so mad at Riverdale. I gave it a chance. I really did. I gave it more than a chance. I gave it, like, several chances. Because I really like the Archie comics, right? And I really like Archie's weird mysteries and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited. They're making a live action. First episode, I'm like, what did they do to these characters? But I was like, you know what? It's fine. Just pretend it's like... Just pretend it's loosely based off of the characters. And then we'll see how this goes. First of all, they didn't say anything about... Like, Miss Grundy did not get nearly enough of a punishment for dating a student. You know? And then second of all, I think the part where it really went off the rails was the baby ritual. And then, you know... But I still kept watching. I think I watched 3 seasons of this. Yeah, if you don't know, if you haven't seen Riverdale, and this is one of the first things that happens in the series, so it's not really that big of a spoiler. Miss Grundy is, like, sexy and hot for some reason. She's not old anymore, and she dates Archie Andrews. So, yeah. How wonderful. Anti-Storm. Alright. No, we got Blue Origined by that cliffhanger. What is Blue Origin? A private American aerospace company that develops rockets and spaceflight services. The company was founded by Jeff Bezos in 2000. Oh! Oh my god, so were they kind of like competitors? Is this like enemies to friends? I mean, enemies to lovers? Damn. Answers are not applicable. Ah! 0 to 10, not enough ketamine use. Shit. It's okay, we can do some of that in Drew Simulator. Maybe. I don't know if that exists. I don't even know what that is, to be honest. I don't know about drugs, okay? I don't know about any of that. And the crimples. Ah, this is the first time I'm left blue-balled by one of your streams. Wait, I don't know how to interpret that sentence, actually. Are you... I'm gonna leave that there. Maybe you should write a part 2. Don't keep me on edge. I don't
know if I could give the same amount of amazing dialogue and imagery as this author. I forget their freaking thing. It was I to woob or something. Usually we finish. What the frick? What the hell? Not enough therapy is gonna help after this. You need therapy? For this? Okay. If you say so. I've seen worse. Me being a Leocon and you as both a fanfiction connoisseur and furry, might I recommend the fanfic Sonic High School? Hehe. First of all, I'm not a fanfiction connoisseur because I don't read it because it sucks. All of it sucks. None of it is good enough for me, okay? The only fanfics I want to read are POV, self-insert Loki fanfics, and they all suck. That's all I have to say about that. And also, I'm not a furry. Anyway. That's a macker. Clara, why would we leave you? That's leaving entertainment. No. You think I'm entertaining? Oh. Yes, they have to be POV. I guess it doesn't have to be. It could be like in the third person. But no. But I like it to say you, you know? I don't want it to be like your name. If that makes sense. Clara, you've got material that you can expand upon and sell Bezos X Musk dojins for the Fujoshis at Comiket 106 and at the Toranoana shops in Ikebukuro. I don't know what any of this is. I don't think you guys understand. I don't read dojins or fanfics or I don't know what Toranoana is. I know what Comiket is. Because that's a big one everybody talks about. Hi, Lindsay. Does Elon just sort of push out his baby through his dongle? No, I think Jeff was the one that was pregante, first of all. Like how hyenas give birth? It's got to be painful. Wait, is that... Right! Wait, because hyenas have both, right? Isn't that a thing? I forgot about that. I mean, it's not something that I would remember on a daily basis, but... That's a thing, isn't it? The corp Elon whisper, find the maker, Clara. Bezos slowly stumbling to you with glowing eyes. Make us whole and preg. Blood-colored yaoi begins showing on the walls. What does that mean? What is a whole and preg? What? What does that mean? Females have a pseudo wing-dang doodle. No. Otherwise their moms would kill them? What? Why? What the frick? That's crazy. Oh. That's kind of cool. I got the dynamic doodle. When Clara says she's seen worse, she means she's made worse on Character AI. No! Character AI doesn't let you get that crazy. There was a new one that my friend told me about, but I forgot what it was. Dang it. I forgot what it was. I have to get this squish face. Please, babe, tonight let me be Jeff and you be Elon. You want to pretend to be Brigante? With my baby? Okay. If you'd like. Keep pushing, honey! You can do it, I believe! I believe in you. I'm sorry. I apologize. That wasn't necessary.
Please don't make me wear the bald cap. Bald caps look fun to wear. They do. I remember I was in a musical about... It was a mixture between Austin Powers and Charlie's Angels. First of all, I was one of Charlie's Angels. I was also like 8 years old. And I also got the solo line for the song. You know, I was talking to my friend the other day. My friend from like years and years and years and years and years ago, right? Because she was visiting Japan, and so we hung out, right? And it had been, I don't want to say how long, but it had been a good few years since we last saw each other, right? And we were hanging out. And she was like, you know, Clara, you have this aura that attracts people. And I was like, I think you mean that I attract groomers. And she was like, look, I didn't want to say it. There's something just, you know, I don't know. Oh God, YouTube died. No, please, you can't take down the stream. You know, I don't know. And then she told me, okay, do I tell this story? Sure, why not? This freaking stream's probably getting nuked anyway. When I was a young lass in school, there was a teacher, right? And I remember my friend telling me, like, nah, that teacher's up to no good. My sister's friend told me that he, like, hit on her or something. And I was like, you're being stupid. Shut up. Stop spreading stupid rumors. And, he was a math teacher, right? And I really liked math. I loved math. Math was my thing. And he ran a math club. So I was like, that's great. I'm going to go to the math club. And then we played backgammon together. And I was a teacher's pet. So I was like, oh my God, the teacher likes me the most. Let's go. And then I was sad one day because my teacher kicked me out of class for no freaking reason. Like, actually, I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to get angry. But, and I went to that teacher and I was like, eh. He was like, you should go to the principal. So I did. But anyway, after that, he wasn't my teacher, okay? He wasn't my teacher, so he didn't have any of my info. But somehow, he, called me on my phone for, like, my birthday and sent a Christmas card to my house. So I don't know how he got this info. But yeah, and then remember that friend that I caught up with recently, right? We were talking about that, and she was like, yeah, I think that teacher actually, like, they couldn't fire him because he was there for so long, but, like, they, like, moved him because he was a creep. And I was like, wait, what? No! All these years! I just thought he was a very nice man! Nope. Nope. Yeah, they kind of just got him out of there. Oh, God. That's not even the worst one. When I was like 8 years old or 9 years old. Wait, I would have... Yeah, I was like 9 or 10 years old. We had a lunch monitor. And he added me on MSN. He had tattoos. And then I showed him my guy online art. And he... Okay, oh my God, I forgot about this.
sent him my art on Gaia Online. And this guy, he must have like looked through my Gaia Online profile and found my writing. Now you already know what I was writing. I was writing vampire / human woman fanfic. Well, not fanfic, roleplay. I was role-playing in the forums on Gaia Online. And he must have looked at that and he was like, you should write for the school journal. And who runs the school journal? He does. How many grooming attempts have you had exactly? Well, that's 2. There was another teacher when I got to class and then I sat down and then he was looking at me and I was looking at him and we were like, huh? And he was like standing over my desk. He was like, sorry, your eyes are really beautiful. Can I count that as number 3? I don't know if that's exactly what he said. Something like that. Something like, I got distracted by your eyes or something. Oh, there was also a guy who said he wanted to make white babies with me. I forgot about that. That was like a town fair. We were having fireworks. Yeah, I don't know what it was about me. They could smell something on me. Probably the autism. They could smell me just being like, no, he's just a nice little man. He doesn't, you know. I don't know. The smell, the groomability. No! You know what? It's because I was a teacher's pet. That's probably what it was. How dare. How freaking dare. Okay, wait, I'm missing a lot of these. I'm sorry. Where am I? What's the last one I read? Sorry. I have the corp demon. Austin Powers, Clara's angel. Goddamn, Clara, another groomer story. Do you actively go searching for? Oh yeah, I forgot. That was a different. That was like a. That wasn't even in my school, so that I guess that counts as number 4. Do you go actively searching for S predators? Do you give them nightmares? No, but I should. Oh my god, you know, like in in the butterfly effect, when he like goes back in time into like his kid body and he like tells people off, like he tells off his friend's dad. That should be me. I'm gonna go find a picture of myself at 9 years old and go into it and freak him out. Hey, Reagan. Ah. Damn. And I thought the eye crust conversation was a reason to refund the ducky and take off the horns. Now I'm adding telling Sakura to defund you. What the heck? What did I do? I didn't do anything. I am innocent in all charges. This stream has inspired me to want to write a steamy Yuri fanfiction between Kwawa and UAP, possibly involving UAP's 2 tongues and Kwawa's nose. You know those people come out of the same body, right? That would basically just be masturbation. Just so you're aware. You know more about hair care? I can't groom you. I do. I really do, actually. You have to know about hair care when you've got such wonderful locks. I also just know fan. At least he can count his years in jail. Wait, which one? The teacher? None of these people went to jail. None of these people went to jail. I hope you know this. I got the corp demon. Clara the reverse groomer, turning upstanding men. Well, I didn't do anything. I didn't want anything to do with them. I was a kid. Man. I got the just a telephone. Have you ever played Class of 09? I have not. I don't know what it's about. I know nothing about this game.
Puerto Rican. Rah.
Are you like okay? Do you need help? Blink twice. I just blink a lot, sorry.
I'm fine. I think...
Look, I was a very smart kid. Which is a good thing, you know? I didn't know they were trying to groom me, but if they did anything, I would know that it was wrong.
Luckily, you know. I got the crimples. Rah.
Has anyone ever said you're very mature for your age? Oh, yeah. Oh, that is a classic. I think most girls get that when they're young. You're so mature for your age. That is like the #1 groomer line of the century. Not even the century, just of like human civilization in general. You seem to attract the weirdos and freaks. Hell, look at me. You still got that charm. Sorry. So, I don't mind this kind of weirdo and freak. I don't think those are weirdos and freaks. I think those are... There's a special term for those people. You know the one. Benefits of a manager who doesn't speak English? Are you asking me, like, out of the blue? Benefits of a manager who doesn't speak English. You can lie to them, I mean, depending on what kind of job, but you can lie to them about what customers are complaining about. If, like, customers have complaints about you, you can just, like, tell them some crazy story, like, oh, they were complaining because I wouldn't put an egg on my head and jump. And they would be like, wow, that's really weird. You'd be like, yeah, I don't know. Ah. This street... Oh, I see. You're saying that you have a manager that doesn't speak English and you're watching this. Oh, I see. I get it now.
Hit the bracket. Rah.
I'm crying right now. Why were you so molestable? That's crazy. I was not! Okay, I don't know what it was. I don't know. Again, I think they could just smell the autism on me, actually. I think that's actually a thing. You know what it might... Oh my god. Ew. Ew! You know what it might also be is that I had a phase where I wore... Well, I was very into like kawaii fashion and like Lolita and wearing pigtails and stuff, which makes it so much grosser and worse. Because I would dress like a 10-year-old when I was like 16. I'm disgusted. That just made it so much worse. Oh, God! What is wrong with people? Yeah, me and Chris Hansen could have worked together. Although, isn't he kind of weird now? I don't know. Either way, man. I could have been one of those, like, you know, like they had to hire actors to be on the show to, like, trick them. That could have been me. Like, hi. I'm still not over the fact that a 20... No, what was it? Was it an 18-year-old? I think it was. An 18-year-old came up to me. This Japanese guy comes up to me and he's like using his English, you know, to the best of his ability, and he's like, I'm 18. I'm like, okay. He's like, are you the same age? I'm like, no. My good young sir. No. And I'm still riding on that high. Oh. Activity. Well, on the plus side, the one time you actively tried to seduce a camp counselor, they rightly brushed you off. See, that's the thing. The camp counselor was like probably in his teens. I feel like those aren't usually, you know. Yep. Oh, God, man. me flipping in the ocean, trying to do cool tricks to make him look at me. Me and my friend at the pool trying to get the lifeguard's attention by doing handstands in the pool. What a great time. To be young and delusional. Like the one video? What? What video? Oh, I think wait, do you mean the TikTok? Yeah, that was me. Yeah. You enjoyed being groomed as long as they were rich, handsome, and wore a suit. Look, maybe, you know what it is? Maybe I was groomed into liking being groomed. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No! That's a hell of a lie. No! The cycle is complete. It's okay. I think I'm too old to be groomed now, so I'm safe. Thank you for listening to the Insane and Breg fanfiction, and now to our feature show, Clara Kaminari and her I am such an innocent, smart young girl. Well, I was, you know. I was rather smart. As a child, I was. I'll give myself credit for that. I was. I was in all, like, higher classes, okay? Except for French. I said no to French. I was like, no, Mom, I'm not doing it. You can't make me take freaking extracurricular French. I already went to French school. What do you want from me? And she was like, okay, fine. Okay, fine. You could just do the other stuff. Hell yeah. Wonderful. Is reverse grooming a thing? No. No! No. That would be blaming a child, and I don't think that's okay. I don't think... Children are allowed to have crushes. It's up to the adult to be, like, the responsible person in the room. You know what I mean? I'm sure 10-year-olds all over the world were like, oh my god, Orlando Bloom in the Lord of the... why am I forgetting in the Lord of the Rings? What the hell is wrong with me? In the Lord of the Rings. Wow, like my friend had a poster of him. If she went to like, I don't know, like a signing and he was there and she got his signature and she was like, I love you so much. And he was like, really? That would be on him. You know, I'm pretty sure that's not on my friend. I have the Family Guy joke about the narcissistic PDF. Hey Ma, you got any baby pictures of me taking a bath? Ew! Oh my god, that one actually, oh god, that one actually made me kind of have a sick feeling in my stomach. Ew! Bro! At the horse. I will never look at a rocket ship the same way again. I can't wait to tell my therapist about how Elon managed to blast off into Jeff's spaceport. Anyways, thanks for the laughs, Clara. Thank you. Thank you for joining this ride. I'm glad we could talk about this today. What a wonderful time we had. How wonderful. I hope you all remember this. This wonderful Valentine's treat, as it is still Valentine's month. Yes. Wonderful. Clara going back in time to warn herself about grooming, finding her and saying, damn girl, did anyone ever tell you how smart you are beyond your years? No! No! I would never. I would protect little Clara with all my life. See, I don't like being around kids for too long, but I am very protective of kids, okay? I'd fight someone for a kid, I would. Kick their ass. What'd you say to that kid? You just try to tell that kid that they're smart beyond their years? BAM! What's that? Huh?
What? You say that she looks older than she is? Bam! Get out of here! I ain't having none of that. Yes. I wanted to be a teacher at some point. I did. But I realized I can't do that because my sensory issues. I would never be able to do that. If like one kid is screaming for too long, I think I would have a brain aneurysm. It's not okay. Not good. I would be like, I think I could be maybe like a theater teacher, you know? Or I'd be like my aunt. I'd be a substitute teacher. That works. Who also does like theater stuff on the side. That works. Because then you get them, like you get the kids that actually want to participate. You know what I mean? That's nice. That's just open. Think I'll have nightmares of this, so I'll remember. Let's go! Me too. Look, guys, we trauma bonded. Let's go! I like sensory issues, as in like too much noise, too much touching, and like friggin' what is it, like Jello hands? I don't know. They always have sticky hands. It's gross. Oh, you know when I'm cooking, I'll like shave the carrots and then I'll shave the daikon and then I'll chop them. And then after I'm done chopping the carrots, the daikon, and the onion, I have to rinse the board, rinse the knife, and then I do my mushrooms. And then it leaves like a brownish residue from the mushroom. So then I have to do it again. I have to clean the board again. And then I have to chop my bok choy. And then I do that, and then I put that in, and then I have to rinse the thing again. And I don't wash it with soap in the morning, because I don't use meat, so I don't feel there's a purpose. I wash my cutting board at night, because I have chicken, and if you have raw meat, then you definitely want to wash it properly. But when I'm doing the chicken, I have to wash my hands like 5 times while doing it, because it's disgusting. Go, Kaminari! I am gonna go soon. Ow. I'm sorry, but welcome. Good morning. Good day. And Reagan. You're my nightly aneurysm. Kill me. No! Not an aneurysm. You mean. What? No. Yeah, screaming kid. Like, I can't even handle the dog barking. If the dog starts barking and is barking for a good, like, 5 minutes, I go crazy. I go insane. I can't do it. I literally screamed at the top of my lungs and I hurt my throat and it hurt the next day. It's terrible. I doing this term. Wash your cutting board? Why would you wash Temma? Now that's rude. I didn't tell Temma you said that. Bork. Yeah, I don't know. I can't do it. Like noises that just keep going and going and going and going and going. Oh my god. Oh my god. And then she'll stop for like a minute and I'll be like, oh, she finally shut up. And then she'll start barking again once I'm like all relaxed. Oh my god. I got the corp demon. Teacher Clara, I don't know if I should be worried for the kids receiving forbidden knowledge and you congratulating them for being smart beyond their years. Or imagine you in a pencil skirt, tight blouse. Again, I think you missed the point where I am not into children and I would not do that. I am the least attracted to children. This is like the opposite of anything I would want anything to do with. The last thing I want is a snotty, doesn't know anything. I have to teach them everything. Little brat. Okay? I want someone who, when I listen to them, I feel really dumb. And they just talk about, like, I don't know, smart stuff. That's what I want, okay? God. Jeez, man. At the Bloombius. Can you tell Temma I said hi? Also, hi, Clara. No, I'm not gonna tell Temma that. I'm only gonna say that someone called her a cutting board. And that's it. And that's all. I want someone who could groom me. I mean, I don't know. Something to ponder. Hey, that's activity. Be night teacher, adult education classes, DILFs. Let's go! Oh, hell yeah. I don't know, because here's the thing. I would want to, like, if I was a teacher, I definitely wouldn't want to do, like, teens or, I mean, adults are, yeah. Because they genuinely, like, want to be there. But, I don't know. Like, I like the idea of being, like, a daycare teacher or something. Because I like, you know, I don't know. I like the idea that I can be someone that kids can, like, feel safe around. And, you know, bring joy to their lives. Yeah. You always want, like, one wacky teacher who's, like, not afraid to be weird. Who's just like, okay, kids, today we're making puppets! And they're like, yeah! And then you also make, like, a really amazing puppet, and you're... Great. And then you all put on a show with your puppets. Yeah. I don't know. That's the greatest thing I could think of, which is why I'm not a teacher. I remember making a puppet. It was great. I had the dynamic doodle. I had a gym teacher that was really touchy with me. And he made sure I was in his class every year. I should have told his wife he was really gay. I think you should have told his wife multiple things. See me after class. But you did just remind me of the gym teacher I once had. Oh, God. I think I told that story already, actually. Hey, I thought it was from... Do you believe in corporal punishment for some kids? No. I believe that hitting kids makes them grow up to hit other people, and that's not good. Like, the kid that was beat is probably gonna end up beating his wife. And his kids. Or the opposite. The girl, you know, beating her husband and her kids. I don't know about that. I don't think I have to switch mates. We can pretend smart for you by talking crazy. We can be pretend... That's what it said, okay. I was trying to read how that sentence made sense. Talking crazy, that's my specialty, though. I don't know if you can out-crazy me. I don't know. I don't know about that. Why is everyone trying to bag me as a kid? I don't know! I don't know. I don't know what it was. Because it's not like I came from, like, a really troubled family or anything. Like, my family dynamics were not terrible. You know what I mean? Like, if anything, my worst family problem was just, like, we didn't have open communication. But that's just, like, European. I think that's actually a lot of cultures that do that, where they just, like, don't talk about their feelings. You know? So that was a thing. I think that was probably, like, the worst offense. That and all the eating disorders. Okay. You know. Yeah. Like, my parents were divorced, but I wasn't even sad about it. I was like, okay. Cool. I don't know. Okay. I do remember that, though. And it makes sense why they bring it up, like, with every, like, therapist or something, right? One of the things they'll ask is, like, how's your parents? I'm like, oh, they got divorced when I was, like, young, you know. And they'll be like, how did that affect you? And I'm like,
Oh, not really. Oh, it's not like they were fighting or anything or like throwing stuff at each other. They didn't hate each other. They're still friends. We hang out for Christmas. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Was I sad at the time? Yeah, because I was a kid and I didn't understand what the hell was happening. But I don't know. No. Has Clara talked more about grooming or incest by this point? Probably equal. Maybe I looked like an easy mark. Did I have friends? I had lots of friends. I was very good at making friends. I always have been. I don't know. I'm very like... I don't know. Like I can go into a group of people and just like... I'm... What's the word? Sociable? I don't know. I don't know. I am good at making friends. I will say. My thing is I can't stand them for too long. Like we have to meet like once a month and then I need to recharge. And you can text me all you want. I'll respond when I have the energy. Thank you. Oh. Yeah. Like I got along with like different groups of people, but I knew like I think the thing that was always the hardest was like how to navigate that because there were some groups of people that I knew wouldn't get along as well. So I would have to kind of be like, okay, I can't really hang out with these two people at the same time. So I have to make sure, okay, maybe I'll hang out with this group. And then maybe I can introduce these two people because these two people will get along okay. But these two people are very different. So I don't think that's going to work. I had like very different groups of people that I hung out with, you know? I will say in my last year, though, my last year of school was when I, like, shut off from everybody. And I, like, once a week, I would just not go to school. I was very depresso espresso. That was not a great year. And it wasn't even, like, because I fought with my friends or because of anything. It was literally just my freaking brainworms. I was like, oh no, everybody hates me. And they would be like, Clara, I want to hang out. I'll be like, no. They're only asking me because they feel like they have to and they actually hate me. That kind of thing, you know what I mean? Oh, it's kind of weird. One group for each personality. You know, you say this as a joke, but I'm not even, like, that's literally what it was. I'm very, like, I don't know. I'm just, like, kind of a social chameleon, I guess. I think that's part of just masking an autism, though, now that I'm looking back. I'm a lot less of a chameleon now that I actually have a grounded personality. Now that I have my own personality and my own thoughts, and I've actually allowed myself to not, you know, just pick up whoever I'm hanging out with personality. You know what I mean. Indeed, quite. I mean, here's the thing. People have code switching is definitely a thing where like you talk differently with your friends than you would an acquaintance, than you would your boss, than you would your teacher or something, right? But people with autism or similar code switch depending on like which friend they are hanging out with. You know what I mean? It's very, I don't know. My special interest was definitely like Japan and Japanese idols and J-fashion and stuff. But it was like it was to the point where if I had two people in the room with me, I couldn't really, oh my god, I remember this one time. Remember the friend I told you about that like we had a sleepover and she didn't want to sleep in the same bed as me? Yeah. And so there was that friend. And I remember she saw me hanging out with a different friend who was not a native English speaker. So I spoke in a way that made it easier for her to understand, but I didn't do it consciously. And I remember her telling me, like, you're the only person who's English I can understand. Why is that? And I was like, I don't know. But like subconsciously, I definitely like changed the way I spoke a little slower. I like enunciated more clearly. Stuff like that, right? And then I remember that friend coming up to us like while we were hanging out together, and she was like, "Why are you talking like that?" And I was like, "Oh no, it's unraveling." The two different sides of my life. These people can never meet. You know what I mean? It's terrible. There are some people that just couldn't meet, and it's not even because they wouldn't like each other. It's because I am too different around these two different people. So I wouldn't know how to act around these two different... You know what it is? You know what it's like? You know what it's like? Okay, I can compare... Here is the equivalent. It's like, a guy who gets... It's like in Grease. You know in Grease, when Danny Zuko is like with Sandy and he's all like, "Oh, I love you, baby. We're gonna be together forever." And then he's in front of his friends. He can't say that anymore. He has to be like, "Yeah, baby, I don't even know who you is. What?" You know what I mean? It's like that, except less catty. I just wanted her to understand me. It was like that, man. That's exactly what it was. Except for every single friend group. Sometimes down to every single friend, okay? You don't understand. Damn. Activity. In high school, I had dual enrollment college credit English classes. Female teacher. She'd sit cross-legged on top of the desk. Had interesting theories about Edgar Allan Poe. Friend of mine had a crush on her and wrote a fanfic about her. Cute? Depends on how the fanfic went. I don't know. I think teachers can probably tell when like students have little crushes on them and stuff. I don't think it's like abnormal for students to have little crushes on their teachers and stuff. But again, it is up to the adult in this situation to make sure that it remains an innocent crush. You know what I mean? Yes. Indeed. Quite. All right, I'm gonna go now. Thank you all for coming for story hour and then therapy hour. What was this? What was this stream? I will see you all again on Thursday. I don't know what we're doing yet. Maybe more Hotline Miami. I actually really like that game. Oh my god, but then we have to do the droogs. Man, there's too many games. There's too many games and I like them all and I don't know what to do with myself. Dang it! Whatever. Okay. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Thanks for coming. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have good dreams tonight. Wow. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.